What's going on, friends? Logan Myerz here for Cinephellas.com to talk about one of my all-time favorite shows, and a show I've been watching since the beginning. 25 years later, yes, I'm talking about The X-Files, Chris Carter's sci-fi, original, and beautifully crafted show, starring David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson as old Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. So let's talk about it, shall we? I want to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Terror Threads for this new awesome Pennywise tank top. Thanks for sending that over to us, guys. I really love your work. Keep the tank tops coming. So with this season 11 of The X-Files is supposed to be the final season. Gillian Anderson does not want to reprise her role as Dana Scully. This is it. So there's a lot riding on this final season, season 11. There's 10 episodes, and let's talk about it. So with the last season, season 10, there's 6 episodes. They're really questioning everything that they've figured out over the years as this team of FBI agents. The government really behind the scenes, behind the curtain. They think, throughout the years that everything, was related to aliens, and the government lied to us about everything since day one, since Roswell, since, the beginning, when everything was related to the alien species. Season 11, there's a lot of great episodes. I think I really enjoyed this season better than last. 10 episodes, it aired on Fox on Wednesday nights, and you betcha I was watching it every Wednesday night to see what happens to Mulder and Scully. There's a few particular episodes this season that I really, really enjoyed. The first episode was titled My Struggle Part 3. Part 1 and Part 2 were in season 10, but this season, the focal point was finding their long-lost son, William, that they've talked about. It was, Mulder and Scully's kid that they had to give up for adoption for his safety and their safety. This season, they're just really trying to figure out what happened to him and track him down. One of my favorite episodes of this season is episode 4, The Lost Art of Forehead Sweat. It's a take on the Mandela effect, and it really pays homage to the Twilight Zone. They do a really sequence in this episode, like black and white, old school alien, and you could tell, it's a big influence on the X-Files and for Chris Carter and the show. Episode 5 was titled Ghoulie, which is a take on a monster that we kind of find out is William. He shapeshifts, or he transforms into these creatures. And it was a really great episode about these 2 teenage girls and them coming across this monster, and really, really well done practical effects. But probably my favorite episode of the season was episode 7. It was like the title was like RMS 7 Niner 2 3. Is there a Niner in there? You calling from Milwaukee Talkie? And this episode in particular was really great because I'm a huge fan of Black Mirror. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's really a take on technology and the way that we're going as, mankind with using technology and how it affects us every day. In this episode, it was really based on Mulder and Scully and these drones they're really trying to take them down because of them not tipping the drone at this restaurant. So the drones are following them around throughout the episode. And it really had a great theme and message as well, starting with the X-Files in the 90s, where they had the massive cell phones, to 2018 when Mulder and Scully are a lot older and they're still trying to understand technology these days. And it was a really entertaining episode and a great message. And at the end of the episode, it was just like, put down your phone. Just enjoy being with someone else. Enjoy friendship. Enjoy family. Enjoy love. And that's what I really took out of that episode. But like I said, there's just a lot of great standalone episodes this season. There's one taking place with this lady that never ages. They drink blood and keeps them young. She's been around. She's like in her 80s, but she still looks like she's 30. So that was another great standalone episode. Just a lot of great content this season. They kind of steered away from the contagion, the smoking man. That guy's still alive somehow. He's like fucking Michael Myers that keeps coming back for 10 sequels. That you can't kill evil, as we all know. The smoking man is still alive and kicking and somehow still smoking cigarettes at a very old age. He has superpowers. He's evil, and he's on a mission to kill Mulder and Scully and their son once and for all. And with the smoking man still lurking in the shadows and using this contagion to basically wipe out the human species, that's the overall plan with this contagion, is to get rid of everybody. And Mulder and Scully and Skinner, old Agent Skinner, Mitch Pileggi, on top of their adventures, they're trying to, figure out how to stop this and how to stop the smoking man, on top of finding their long-lost son that's on the go as well. So there's a lot of high-paced energy. There's a lot of running in the season. It's just a lot of adrenaline flowing, and it really keeps you involved as a fan or just somebody new to the X-Files. It really keeps you involved, keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you're really waiting to see what happens in the finale. With that being said, we're up to the final episode, episode 10, My Struggle Part 4. As I was saying before, it's leading up to William and tracking him down after all these years. He's a man. He's on the go. The government's after him. He's shape-shifting as an X-Men. He's a monster. He's killing people that get in his way. He's doing a whole bunch of illegal stuff, but he's just really scared. He doesn't know what to do. He has nobody to turn to. He can't trust anyone. Fox Mulder shows up. Hey, I'm your dad. He's like, whatever. You're not my dad. I don't even know who you are. And he's trying to rekindle that relationship and tell him, like, hey, I'm an okay guy. I'm here for your safety. I'm here to protect you. Close on their tracks is the Smoky Man. He's going to end all of them once and for all. And a lot of great things that happened this season as well, as William was actually born in a lab. Yeah, maybe Scully was the mom, but we find out that Mulder is not the father. It's actually the Smoky Man. Ah! But how? How did he have a son? There's a lot of questions they really don't answer fully in this season, which a little annoying at times. Leading up to the end of the episode, once and for all the end of the X-Files, or supposedly, we encounter William and Mulder and Scully and finding him, and the Smoky Man shows up, and it's this big scene at a warehouse. It was really great because he comes out and it's Mulder, and the Smoky Man has a gun, and he's like, you won't kill me, you know, I'm your son. He's Smoky Man's, yeah, okay, puts a bullet in his head. You're like, holy shit, they killed Mulder. Smoky Man finally killed his own son, Mulder. But we find out that it actually was not Mulder. It was William transforming into his father and, you know, falls into the water. Like, holy shit. Mulder actually does come up behind Smoky Man and pretty much ends him finally, but I don't think the Smoky Man is done. Like I said before, he's evil. He keeps coming back somehow. So Scully shows up, and a really great way to end this series, I guess, in a way. And the ending of this episode is, you know, through all these years, they're, 48, 50 years old now, and Scully cannot have kids, but we find out that she's pregnant with Mulder's kid. How that happens, we don't know, but they kind of leave that open, and William is not Mulder's real son. That leaves that open for a lot of us to discuss. You know, some people said this was a cop-out of a way to end the X-Files. Gillian Anderson is not returning as Scully, or so she says. And the X-Files fans, like myself, we wanted a bigger bang to end the show instead of, you know, her just being pregnant. But I really did appreciate that aspect of it. You know, they started the show together. You know, 25 years later, they're still doing it. They're still trying to work on this relationship, you know, professionally and just as a couple. And now they're going to be bringing in a child into their lives at, you know, 48, 50 years old, which, you know, is medically impossible, but in the X-Files world, it's possible. Anything's possible. But overall, I was deeply saddened when the show finally ended in this episode. Or it can come back 6 years from now with another season. But I really liked them to really kind of go off this story and make it into a third and final movie to answer all the questions they really did not answer about the contagion, you know, about the Smoky Man, William. What's William going to do? He's still around. He got shot, but he's still alive. So to see what they do with that character and see what they do with Mulder and Scully, if, you know, they're happily ever after. Overall, I had a great time with the X-Files. 25 years strong. Started from the beginning, and I'm still here 2018. Still one of my favorite shows of all time. It's just really well written, really well done, acted, executed. Just a lot of great stories that, you know, intertwine with the overall premise of the X-Files. And I really enjoyed this final season. I loved it a lot more than last season. So a lot of great storytelling here. A lot of big things happen this season. A lot of big revealings for characters. And overall, just had a blast the whole time throughout the 10 episodes. I'm going to give the X-Files Season 11 a 5 out of 5 extraterrestrial hair pieces. So what do you guys think? Are you guys fans of the X-Files? Have you been watching since the beginning? Are you new to the show? What did you think of the overall ending of the series, Season 11, Episode 10, with Mulder and Scully, Smoky Man, and William? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz signing out from Mulder's office. Do you believe? I sure do. Until next time, cheers!